One of the most storied venues in college football, Notre Dame Stadium in South Bend, Indiana. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day. It's the Oregon Ducks and the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe already putting her to work with some injury news. Holly?
Catching up with the Fighting Irish head coach before the game. Coach said because they are still without their starting quarterback, this has been essential to have a bye week this week. Give their backup all of the reps with the number one offense, something he typically doesn't do all season long. So they have really focused on more reps, more reads, so he can really hit the ground running here today early in this game. Back to you.
Holly, we'll see how they adjust. Notre Dame looking for a strong kick to get this one underway. Out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Hits the hole. It's Kane. Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
Yeah, these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. And these teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
Third and 6, and they'll need a big play here on this opening drive. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete to the right. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. The Ducks line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and just like that, they'll have to give it up. He'll try to make the catch in traffic. They drag him down, and good coverage that time by the special team. So Notre Dame's offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. They sure hope that that dynamic connection that was on display last week rears its head and wreaks havoc again today, Jesse.
And last week, it didn't matter what the secondary was doing from a coverage standpoint, David, whether it was man, zone, double covered, ISO'd. These two were simply unstoppable. Huge challenge for the defense today.
Well, maybe they try the triple coverage. I mean, because obviously nothing worked a week ago, but I've got to take his main threat away. Obviously a superstar out wide. Like, I've got to make somebody else beat me. Obviously a great QB wide receiver duo. I'm just not letting that wide receiver get me today.
Left side is Horn. Makes the grab, and down immediately. He picks up a few.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that route.
Makes the grab. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Third and short now. They snap it from their own 46. Now on the move. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into fourth down. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. And the punt hits ground at the 2 and goes into the end zone. He just missed, hitting them right in the shadow of the goalpost. It'll come out to the 20. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And it really doesn't matter what play call this offense does. Like first possession, 3 and out, obviously struggle. This one right here, nothing on the ground. The offensive line has to do a better job. They got to be better up front, whether they want to run it, whether they want to throw it. It's got to start with the offensive line.
Got it across the 20 and out to the 23, a pickup of 4. The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on third down. Fires to the right. And the deflection by the defense brings up fourth down. The Ducks will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Not a lot of room to field this one. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Quick give. It's Harvin. Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Unloads to the wide out. Working the middle. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the first down. They'll mark it right at midfield. Notre Dame explosive in the passing game. Let's see what they do here. Tells the run, wants to pass. Right down the middle. Holds on, it's Wong. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another first down. Follows his blocks. It's Harvin. Got enough for the first down. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
Man, this is a guy who just seems to get better as the game goes on. What a run getting his offense down close to the goal line.
So nice creating explosive runs in the run.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Quarterback just has to be more aware of the situation. First down, goal-to-go situation, you cannot take a sack. So the QB, if no one's open, you got to make sure you're throwing that ball out of the end zone and helping your offense out.
Smashes through the tackle. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
And the offense, they don't choose to go downhill, be physical. They try to get it on the perimeter. Stay away from some of those defensive linemen, but you can tell DBs, linebackers, not scared. Nice job playing fast, trusting their eyes, and forcing a third down.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
And that touchdown just got this whole place going, didn't it? You got everybody doing the Irish jig. Touchdown, Jesus is happy. You got the leprechaun, he's dancing. The energy in this place right now is on another level after that score. No wonder this is such a tough place to come in and try to get a win on the road.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Trying the left side. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Slides to the ground. He got away and picked up the first down on a 2nd and long. Now on first down from the 30. Running inside. It's Kane. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Throws for the tight end. He can't make the grab. It's incomplete, but there is a flag, and I believe this is going to be pass interference.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Snap on first down, wants to throw. And the incomplete pass had a lot of juice on it.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
They're all over him. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense. We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. So after the break, they'll go back to work. From the red zone, it's Kane. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. At the end of that play, there is still a member of the Fighting Irish down on the field. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Maybe a crease. And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. Powers inside. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Ducks. Looking for the tie with the extra point. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this.
Turns on the Jets. He's inside the 40, the 20. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. He found some open space and turned on the Jets. This defense not only searching for answers, they're still searching for that running back.
And searching for angles. My goodness, this dude, he runs so fast, he erases angles. People trying to catch him, they didn't realize how much burners he had. He kicked it in gear, and there was no getting it.
And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. Looking for space. It's Kane. Oh, gives him the tough stiff arm. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Might as well run him again. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
We know this guy is in contention right now for the Heisman Trophy, and this late in the year, if you're going to bring that home, you've got to put up big stat games, right? Had over 100 rushing yards his last time out. He's doing it again today. He is turning it on late this season.
Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Calls his own number. Plows through the defense. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. And the Ducks decide to punt it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Got it in the middle, it's Horn. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. The run inside. It's Harvin. He'll be forced out of bounds after the nice gain on the run.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays, the quarterback and his unit is executing, and this defense right now, they have no answers.
Fresh setter downs going to the air. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
Notre Dame comes to the line needing a chunk play on 3rd down. Just keeps slinging it. He's got him in the flat. He gets it to the 34-yard line, but excellent 3rd down defense, and 4th down's coming up. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. The field goal is no good, and the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Throws to the wideout. Good route on the comeback, and he makes the catch. They cross midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. Caught in the backfield, it's Kane. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. And the offense found no success with the backward-going pass. How about a forward pass on 2nd and long? He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. He's brought down a short return, but the defense comes out on top with the pick.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Sends it back in motion. Wants to throw one first. Can't hold on in the face of the contact. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. 1st down, 10 yards to go. Red pass, it's complete.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Finds his man on the RPO. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. 3rd and short from the 28. Let's see if this is 4-down territory or if they just pick up the first here. From the gun, it's Harvin. Oh, he's got enough space. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Irish!
It's
a nice decision by the quarterback there in the RPO. He's reading the keys on defense. They say hand the ball off. You want to do that. When you've got a guy this special in the backfield, David, get him as many touches as possible.
And a lot of times on those RPOs, the defense just has to hesitate for a second, and that little pause will open up those creases, and he takes full advantage of the defense just freezing for a second, makes the big, long touchdown run.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. All over him in the backfield. He'll lose 3 on the play. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. He'll try the left side. There's a crease. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on 3rd down. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
And that's a good sign for this offense. A good 3rd down conversion, running the football. Obviously, last possession was not what you want. Like the interception, the turnover, good to get back on the field, get that first down. Now see how much more they'll be aggressive and maybe want to throw the football and put that mistake behind them.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. From the gun. Looking left. Pulls it in. Makes the stop at the 49, but not before he gets in plus territory, gets 15 and a first down. The Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. Drops back on 1st down. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. He'll pull it down and run. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Making the adjustment on the play. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. Keeping his eyes downfield. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the 1st down.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them...
The quarterback doesn't throw it away. Instead, the defense forces a loss. Well, they tried to play fake, but it fooled absolutely nobody.
And that's the problem with play-action pass, Reese, is that it takes time to develop. The quarterback's got to fake the handoff, and receivers generally are running routes further downfield. So the offensive line has got to be able to hold up that extra second to give their QB an opportunity, and they weren't able to do it there.
He'll go out of bounds at the 21-yard line.
Well, I think you're seeing a lot of resiliency from this quarterback these last couple of plays. Got sacked on 1st down and 2nd in California. And that last scramble, I know it didn't get the first, but it at least makes this 3rd down a whole lot more manageable now. Let's see if he can make a play here and keep his offense on the field.
They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. No good. And after the miss, it's still a 14-point game. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. The give. Sees a crease. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game. The Fighting Irish called their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. 2nd down to the air. That's caught. It's Harvin. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 28-yard line as this offense tries to mount a drive. Here they come, trying to convert a 3rd and short from the 28. They'll try to get the first through the air. Makes the grab. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. The Irish, after the chunk play through the air, back to the line.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no...
It's picked off, and that's number 10. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half, we'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. The snap wants to start the drive with a pass. Got his man. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up. Good yard. Now Oregon will call it 2nd timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Out wide left, it's Reese. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
He's changing the play. Fresh setter downs going to the air. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
A lot of scoreboard watching today, fellas, but fear not, Week 13, we've got you covered here on the College Football Update Show. We begin our coverage with Florida State taking on the number 4 team, the Miami Hurricanes.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here come the Irish back on offense. As they get ready to start this 3rd quarter, think how big the lead might be if they'd taken care of the ball.
Well, the game might be over, Reese, but if you're on defense right now, you've gotten a couple turnovers early, and you're saying, okay, we're going to need to keep this up. We got to stay aggressive for us to have a chance to win this game, but we believe we can do it.
Yeah, you've already done it, so of course you're going to believe it. Keep playing fast, keep playing physical, and then tell your offense, hey, we need a little help over here. Can you help us out and put some points on the board?
The defense there to make the stop, and he barreled right into the teeth of the monster and picked up 4. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Right back to it. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one. Lining up, trying to convert this 3rd and short from the 40. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. The Irish send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Trying to get started. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Just feeds the running back. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. That appears to be their junior starting wide receiver, someone they obviously do not want to lose. Howie Rowe will keep us up to date on his situation. Rush right in his face. Just gets rid of that one.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half. Man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the third quarter. They got to get it going now.
He's got it. He's brought down at the 49. That is well short of the first down. The Ducks will punt it away on fourth down. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. And he'd hoped to pin him deep. Instead, it will be a touchback. Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Tight end now in motion. They've got him corralled.
Well, going RPO on that second down, the idea was they were going to have to throw and try to get a big chunk of yards to maybe get the first or set up third and short, but no problem because your quarterback's playing smart football right now. He takes off running when no one's there. Now you've given yourself a good chance to convert this third down because of the quarterback's decision.
And he picked up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He gets it up to the 44-yard line. He'll be marked out of bounds right there as this offense continues to roll. They only need about the length of the football to convert on second down. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2. They've got it at the 41, third and short, trying to keep the chains moving. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Slips away. There he goes. Quarterback slides, and he's got enough for the first down.
And I really like the job by this offense because, listen, you've got the lead. Be smart with the football. You drop back. It's a scramble. The quarterback pulls it down, makes the play. Nice job. This is how you play with the lead. Take what the defense gives you and don't make mistakes.
Fresh set of downs going up top. It's dropped after taking the hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Brought down. Notre Dame facing a third and long, trying to keep this drive alive. Give to the running back. Tackled right at the 43-yard line, and this D didn't let him sniff that first down marker. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. Let's see what Howie Rowe has for us on the sideline.
Guys, here on the Ducks sideline, developing story, guys, their best wide receiver is dealing with a few issues. Very banged up here in this game, but he is battling through it, still on the field, trying to perform for his offense. I'll keep you posted on how he's able to adapt here in the game. Guys?
Howie, thank you.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy in the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. Couldn't find a lane, a pickup of 1 to the 31.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Second down, going to throw it. The sure hands, it's Reese. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
So surprised we have not been calling this guy's name more. He's one of the best tight ends in the country, but give the defense credit. They have had an outstanding game plan limiting him so far. That's only his second catch of the game.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
You can sense the frustration building on the...
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Got to make the play on fourth. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Running to the left. Breaks into the open. At the 30. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23. And the Ducks pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Wants to throw one first. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what they're...
Makes the grab in their space. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. Turns it upfield. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Wide receiver's going to get a shot at it on first and goal. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be second and goal.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on second.
They've been denied on 2 of their 3 previous red zone trips, looking to pay this one off with a touchdown. He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again. On third and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. He'll be stopped short, could not drive his way into the end zone, and now they're faced with fourth and goal.
Man, it has been a long drive offensively. I just feel like you got to pay this off and be aggressive. You're down close. Punch it in for a touchdown here, Paula.
Yeah, and inside the 3-yard line, I think I might try to finish this off with a touchdown. I ate up a ton of clock.
Looking for the end zone. And he's in. Touchdown, Oregon.
I think most coaches on fourth and goal from the 1-yard line nowadays, they're going for it. And I like this offense because if I can't get 1 yard, I don't deserve to win. They're physical, lower their pads, and they get the big fourth down conversion.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Let's go down to the sideline and Holly.
Here on the Notre Dame sideline, the guys on the sideline are really talking about what's at stake right now. We know these 2 top 15 teams have an opportunity to get to the college football playoff late in the season. But right now is their opportunity to make some noise. Everybody's amped up, a lot of excitement and momentum. We'll see if they're able to finish out this game strong. I'll keep you posted on how they're doing down here on the field. Back to you guys.
Appreciate that, Holly. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. You got to think they'll try to muscle their way forward on third and short from the 29. They'll try to get it through the air. Snags it. Breaks a tackle and he might go. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
I love the quick decision that QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Motion from the wide receiver. Quarterback keeper. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run it. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you defend him throughout this football game.
At the 35, he's loose. Flying down the right side. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Excellent pass by the back on the option. They extend this 4th quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed, look at the elusiveness, get into the end zone. Nice run.
Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. First play of this drive. Look out! And it's a sack.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
The Ducks now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to pass on 2nd down. Looking to the big tight end. Working the big fella to the corner. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Hey, down in the 4th quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him, and he's going to have to continue to deliver like this, making plays down the field, protecting the football, but we know he has the ability.
Got his man. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. Completion a little short of the sticks. It's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Left side is Reese. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. The Ducks are moving quickly down the field. Drops back on 1st down. It's complete on the right side. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good game there. And the Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw again. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. The penalty pushes the offense back for this 2nd down. Back to throw, and they've got to go a long way. This time it's complete. Stopped right there. The Ducks are in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And that's kind of how their day's gone, right? Like they haven't protected their guy up front, and that's why they haven't been explosive and scored a bunch of points, man. Position number 1 for every offense. Like, if we're going to throw, we got to protect him. And just right there, he gets hit again. He's been sacked several times. Like, this offensive line's got to do a better job.
Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that 4th down. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. They'll take the penalty and move them back. With that penalty, the offense is backed up on second down. Back to pass, and he'll have to push it downfield. They're working that left side. He's brought down after a gain of about 5. Clock comes to a stop as we've reached the 2-minute timeout. The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on third down. Fires to the wideout. And they'll miss the connection here on third down.
Well, with this situation in the game, trailing with not a lot of time left, I understand going to the sideline to try and save clock, but
All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on fourth down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. Snapped on fourth down. Unleashes one deep. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. Sells the run, looking to pass. Out wide left, it's Horn. Really nice job creating his own space, running with attitude. He's up to the 37-yard line. The Ducks signal for their first timeout. And now what will they come up with on this second down play? Turning it on! And how much running room have they been able to find just all day? They are piling up unbelievable rushing stats. Now Oregon will call its second timeout. And they're really frustrated having to use that after giving up the first down. Final timeout taken here by the Ducks. They'll get together to decide how to play this second down. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Looking for the edge. He'll pitch it. He's past the sticks. He'll be dragged down, but not before he's put the finishing touches on a win for his team. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. Nick Saban often says players often respond better to losses. They listen more than they do if they're getting away with things in wins. So maybe this